least prior to the election. He was specific about that. Before the election. But take 3 steps back. Why was a top State Department official meeting with Steele at all? We don't know the answer to that yet, but Congressman Devin Nunes of California is trying to find out. Last Friday, he sent a letter to the FBI requesting any information it might have about that meeting. Congressman Nunes joins us tonight. Congressman, thanks very much for coming on.
Great to be with you and sitting in your chair, too.
Oh, good. You should come to Tokyo. Have you heard back from the FBI?
Not yet, but we gave them till Friday, and if they don't give us the information till Friday, I'm just going to refer a criminal referral over to the Department of Justice to the U.S. Attorney in Connecticut, because this is clearly obstructing our investigation. We were looking at the State Department for this entire investigation. They all knew that we needed everything and anything to do with Christopher Steele. This is clearly in that lane, without a doubt.
So you didn't have this information during the whole span of your investigation. Is there any legitimate reason they might have withheld that from you?
There's no legitimate reason, but worse than that, Tucker, it's way worse than that. This is in October of 2016. Why is that date important? Because that's right before they get the FISA warrant on Carter Page. So this is just more evidence that shows they knew before they went to the FISA court that Christopher Steele was a big problem, because don't forget, not only did Kavalec send it to the FBI, she also pointed out things like this, that the Russian embassy or the Russian consulate in Miami was supposedly the one running this operation to help Trump. There's only one problem. There is no consulate in Miami. There's no Russian consulate.
Well, so, I mean, this was a pretty open propaganda effort by Christopher Steele to influence the outcome of the election, it sounds like, then.
Yeah, so remember, we can't forget that the Clinton campaign and the Democrats were paying Christopher Steele to do this. So we were never able to interview Christopher Steele. I think he needs to be interviewed by the Department of Justice and the U.S. Attorney in Connecticut. I think the Brits have a lot of answers that they need to give to the United States. But the bottom line is the guy was being paid by the Democrats. So, and that was to do what? That was to dirty up Donald Trump and make it look like he had ties to Russians. And the truth is, the only one that may have had ties to Russians would be the Democrats themselves, because Christopher Steele was supposedly talking to Russians.
Of course, he said it himself. The information came from Russians. They always accuse you of what they themselves are doing. That's always the key. Congressman Devin Nunes of California, thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Hope you'll keep us posted. Well, the death toll in the Dominican Republic